Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. The University of the West Indies, they are on a recruitment and financial aid drive, giving you information that you need to know if you want to go to the University of the West Indies. I have with me Mr. Michael Bristol, who is a student ambassador at UWI, bursary recipient. I have Ms. Christy Mannett-Smith, who is at the Division of Student Services and Development. And I also have Mr. Nigel Bradshaw, who is the Student Recruitment Officer. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for having us.
So, recruitment and financial aid from the University of the West Indies. What is happening?
I will let my colleague begin
Mr.
with
Bradshaw.
recruitment.
Okay, well, having responsibility for undergraduate study at the university, one of the things that we want to let people know is that we have a continuing application period for both undergraduate and postgraduate study at the University of the West Indies. More than 200 plus programs that you can do at certificate, diploma, undergraduate degree, postgraduate degrees, right up to doctoral degrees. We allow persons to be able to apply until July 12th of this year. To aid persons progress through these degrees once admitted, we have financial services in place that would allow for persons to be able to help manage some of the costs associated with study at the University of the West Indies. This is what Christy and others at the Division of Student Services and Development help manage. And Mr. Bristol is one of the proud recipients of a bursary at the University of the West Indies.
So, Michael, how did you go about getting your assistance?
Well, I applied, but
Simple answer.
But essentially it was based on my academic merits and my financial need. So I signed up through a form, a household form, given the amount of income that your household would be receiving, and spoke about where I was from, which is Lafayette. For those of you who don't know where that is, that's that's a little after Las Cuevas and right before Blanchisseuse. So for some persons, that could be seen as a long distance to travel, and the cost associated with that is quite hefty, especially as a university student.
What program did you do?
Computer science special.
Computer science. So what are you doing now?
So I'm about to graduate in
in
October time. Yeah, so it's just looking to improve my skill as an individual and all these things. Yeah.
Well, I want to wish you all the very best with that. Christy, the recruitment, we heard Michael talk about simply applying. How simple is the process and what exactly do we have to do?
Right, so I'm very happy that Michael is here with us, and we're very proud of him because we've seen him through the years. Yeah. The process is an online process to begin. Of course, you go on to the university's website, you click on the financial aid page, and there's an online form that you must fill out. The application periods vary depending on what year of study you're in. So for example, right now, we have our continuing students applying for scholarships and bursaries, and that will end on the 30th of June. The incoming students will apply when they come in September. So they will apply from the 1st of September till the 30th of September, and the check will be disbursed within the semester. So there's the online application, and Michael would have referred to the income and expenditure form. And it's really critical because we have a lot of private donated scholarships that have a financial need component linked to it. So it's about academic merit because indeed we are an academic institution, but financial need weighs in quite heavily in the terms of the disbursement of the awards.
So when you hear about tertiary education, you also take into consideration GATE. So if people are to apply for financial aid from the University of the West Indies, how does that affect GATE, if it does in any way?
Right, and so it really doesn't, to be very clear. GATE takes care of the tuition side of the fees associated with attending a tertiary level institution. And you know, GATE has gone under some changes, so you now have the means testing. So whereas before a student would have received 100% GATE funding, depending on their means testing result, they would either get 75, 50, or maybe even the 100. But you see, there are other costs associated with attending tertiary level institutions, and those sometimes are not estimated when a student comes in, and that's why we want to talk about the whole idea of the University of the West Indies providing access, further access to these students, not only making tertiary level education available, but accessible. And so we have a number of systems, apart from the scholarships and bursaries, we have other financial aid programs, grants, and something called Adopt a Student. I have my little pin on here, where we receive contributions from our staff members voluntarily towards a fund that aids students like Michael and others to give them transportation allowances for meals, printing documents,
and it
so
seems
on.
to be going well. People are applying for it.
They are.
Nigel, you mentioned that there are over 200 courses or programs?
Yeah, we have a lot of programs at the University of West Indies St. Augustine campus, number of different certificate and diploma and undergraduate study programs across 8 faculties or concentrations of study.
Why should we come to the University of the West Indies, though there are so many other institutions? What would set UWI apart from the rest?
Well, one of the reasons why you want to become a UWI student is you want to become a UWI alum, like some people inside the studio. Right? You want also to possibly to become someone that's leading government. You want to be able to make a significant contribution to society, having your potential uncovered by what we do at the university.
But somebody would argue that, not necessarily UWI, we could go to another institution and do the same thing.
Well, UWI has been the first in the game, right? I would like
Michael is smiling, by the way.
We are the first in the game in terms of offering undergraduate and postgraduate study in the Caribbean. We do a lot in terms of being able to meet the needs of students in a number of different things. Your guest previously was talking about the Estonian experience and so on. This is something that I'm sure Michael and others in the computer science program are very much aware of, because of the fact that we have a platform that will allow you through our computer science studies to be able to move quickly to take advantage thereafter of those types of realities.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming on and sharing this information with us. And you can check out the University of the West Indies website, the St. Augustine campus, for more information on this. Lisa, I think somebody was throwing some words for you.
Yeah, I'm a UWI graduate. No words at all.
I'm still there. I'm still there.
Just pumping because, you're still to graduate, Rishi. You're not there with us as yet, okay?
You'll be there soon.